Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Brian Winnekins from Commodity Classic. Thank you to our Commodity Classic sponsors, including the Wisconsin Soybean Association, Synergy Co-op, Wisconsin Farmers Union, Osteoplastics, Compeer Financial, Annabis Silo Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Elsivia Co-op, and the Wisconsin Corn Growers. And joining us from the Wisconsin Soybean Association, he is the Industry Relations Board member for the Wisconsin Soybean Association, Evan Dalldorf, and he's with Nutrien Ag Solutions. And so we're going to talk with Evan here a little bit today. And Evan, thanks for joining us. Well, as a member of the board, but from the industry side, tell us about some of the things you bring to the board.
So I think kind of a broad spectrum of the challenges that we see as industry people. You may see one thing individually on your farm, but I'm seeing some of these issues, across the board. Not everybody has the same issues, and I think it's going to help, better cover what everybody's needing to get done here, through the ASA and WSA.
Is it important because you're almost kind of like a liaison between Nutrien Ag and Wisconsin soybean growers in a way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it definitely helps tie everything together and get us moving in the right direction, I think.
So this week, while you were at Commodity Classic, what were some of the things I guess you learned from not only Wisconsin soybean growers, but soybean growers all across the country?
Kind of just the amount of challenges that we have going forward, the things we're going to need to tackle as a board, not just our state, but every state, the ASA, and all that stuff. There was just so much that we went over here, and we're going to go over again this afternoon, that we really need to take to the table and get some stuff done.
So one of those big issues, waters of the U.S.?
Yes, WOTUS is definitely a big one that we're looking into this year. It was a big conversation in D.C. last week, and it's definitely going to continue to be an issue going forward.
Is it frustrating? I would think that for the soybean growers, it's incredibly frustrating. Even as just a media person, it's like, okay, every other administration, we've got something new. Why can't we just get this figured out?
Yeah, it's been a lot, and I hadn't realized it was such an issue again until I got on the board here with my short tenure. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely an issue that they've been trying to figure out for a lot of years, and I think it's going to take a little bit longer for them to figure out what needs to be done and make those right changes.
While the corn growers are still really concerned about the Mexican trade situation, has that conversation started with the Soybean Association as well? Because they're like, geez, if this happens to the corn growers, this could happen to us.
Yeah, it's definitely been on the table. It's kind of setting a precedent that, hey, if we're not going to take the, I believe it's GMO corn, white corn, if they're not going to take that, where does it end? So definitely a conversation that hasn't really impacted us, but as an industry person, in general, that does frustrate and concern me, overall, not just from the Soybean Association standpoint.
Talking with Evan Dalldorf, he's with Nutrien Ag Solutions. He's the Wisconsin Soybean Association industry board member. And so this is your first time at Classic as a member of the board. How's that been for you?
Definitely a little bit more to do. It's been keeping me busy. Not as much time poolside this year, but it's been really good. I'm really happy that I joined. I'm happy that they brought me on board, and I'm looking forward to continue to come down here on behalf of the association and keep doing some good work.
You mentioned the WOTUS. That was something that was kind of surprising. Even the trade thing. Is there another issue that when you got on the board that you were like, oh, wow, I didn't know about that?
Yes, to a point. As the soybean grower, Soybean Association member, the biodiesel portion of it has been kind of a little eye-opening. I knew that was something that we were working on, but how much we need to continue to grow that to better help soybean growers, not just only in Wisconsin, but across the U.S., has definitely been eye-opening, along with the Farm Bill that's obviously coming due this year, with the debt ceiling looking like it's going to hit at the same time. That one was definitely kind of like, oh, things going to get a little Western here at the later half of the year.
What else, as you begin your tenure on the board, are you looking forward to doing and or maybe accomplishing?
Right now, I'm just kind of sitting back and learning a lot. Like I said, I've only been on the board here for a short amount of time. So I'm not really sure what to expect moving forward. I'd like to continue to be with the organization and continue to grow with the organization as well. So as far as what to expect, I guess I'm not entirely sure. It's definitely been a learning experience, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I'm excited and happy to be here.
Well, welcome to the Wisconsin Soybean Association board. That's Evan Dalldorf. He's with Nutrient Ag Solutions. He's the Wisconsin Soybean Association Industry board member from Commodity Classic. I'm Brian Winnikins for WRDN.